GM Philosopher Answers Questions. Let's go. My players won't roleplay. How do I get them talking tonight? Okay, so this is actually relatively complicated. First of all, we shouldn't think about a predetermined answer to this question. You might say to yourself, I want my role players to be doing voices and really getting into it. Why aren't they doing it? When really we should be asking this question on a spectrum. So every person is going to be comfortable at role playing at a different level. You might have one or two, if you're very blessed, of those players who really get into it. They're doing voices. They're just in it to win it with the role play. And then you might have those who are really set back and they're not doing a whole lot. But this is a natural spectrum of human, like extroversion and introversion, and then like shyness or boldness, and then just in general what they like to do. Some people really come by this more naturally than others. So we can't think about this in a predetermined outcome sense. You want to think to yourself, how can I get each player at my table to role play a little bit more than usual tonight? Now, that is a reasonable question, and that's the right way to approach this one. So what we want to do is this. We want to make sure that we are giving each player the opportunity to shine, right? So their characters, I personally believe that there should be one special thing going on for every single character in every session. And those are going to open up opportunities for you to give. So we go value first. You give to your players, give them a special moment, give them a moment to shine, give them a situation that they're especially well suited for. Point something out to them, to their character, that they notice because they're a certain kind of way. Like maybe the druid notices a nature thing, or the rogue notices when someone's trying to scam them, right? So you give them moments to shine, make them feel special. Now, once you do this, you solidify that kind of feel-good moment where they're like, oh, this game is fun. I'm getting into this because they feel significant. They want to feel significant. One of the quickest ways to turn players off and make the game not feel fun is for players not to feel like their characters are significant to the story, make them feel like they're not a really important and crucial part of it. And to go a step further, to take this a level deeper, friends, you want them to think that you think they are special. They want the GM's approval. They want the GM to like what they're doing, right? So if you give them that value first, then you follow it up with some kind of situation a little bit later, maybe 15 minutes later, maybe 20 minutes later, where you try to engage them a bit deeply in role play, right? And then you try to coax them out of their box a little bit, and then you even offer them a reward. You say, okay, now, out of game real quick. This is like a kind of a role play, immersive situation. So here's the thing. Here's what's at stake. If you can, role play the way that your character is going to say that, or the way your character is going to do that, you're going to get a +4 bonus to this next roll, or you're going to get advantage on the roll, right? So you kind of coax them out. And then when they do it, boom, you give them the benefit, and you also give them an inspiration. Say, oh, I love that. Yes, that's what I'm looking for, right? So you celebrate it. So on the front end, we're delivering value, set them up for success. On the back end of it, we are rewarding them for that awesome job. If you do that for enough sessions and you stay consistent with that, you're going to get your players to really buy in on that role play front. It's going to get them talking more than usual, and that's all you need. Get them talking a little more than usual, and then that's what we're shooting for, okay? So, boom, that's my answer to that. I want to give a big shout out. Join GM Philosophy Discord. Links in the description. Download my free ebook, Top 10 GM Tips, gathered from over 20 plus years of gaming, compartmentalized into a 10-minute read. I can't talk today. These are off the script, off the rip videos where I'm answering questions. Also, make sure you join my newest game, Grimdark Fantasy. Play games with me, the GM Philosopher. These are not going to be live streams, so they're going to be off the hook and terrible. I appreciate all you guys. Empowering game masters run better games is the goal here. Let's get out there and run some awesome games. See you on the next one.